know it's connected. There we go. All right, sorry guys. Like my internet did not want to connect for I don't know what was wrong with it. So, but I want to thank y'all for joining the chat room already and being patient and waiting. Like I said, I don't know why my computer would not connect, but hopefully it kind of stays with us through this reading. So I am going to read a few things. And again, I want to say, again, hi to everybody in the room. Thank you for joining us. And we're going to be doing a reading on Ayden Bevers tonight. And the reason why is because it's a little bit of an odd case in the sense that, I was going to upload it once. I don't know how well y'all see it, but this is basically the flyer they have for him right now. That's out. It gives his, the tip line and all that kind of stuff. The date he went missing was February 10th of 2012. He's been missing since then. He lives in Denton, Texas. He's 16 years old. He's 5'9" and 160 pounds, so he's more grown looking than what he is young. He's white. He's got brown hair and brown eyes. No tattoos, no piercings, no scars. He was last seen at 8 o'clock that morning, but he left with no phone and he turned off all of his social media. And he was apparently very prominent on his social media. I know he did play games and things like that. So, but I don't know on what type of platform, but I do know that he did participate in that. So, but they said that it was odd the fact that he went ahead, shut down all those accounts, and that he went ahead and left his phone at home that morning. Again, I know we've all left our phone, but to shut down his social medias and then also leave your phone at home on purpose and then just kind of nobody's seen or heard from him since is a little bit odd. I'm not picking up his energy strong. I'll say that right away. If y'all hear me, if y'all can type a Y, I'd greatly appreciate it because the chat's really not moving too much. And I just want to make sure y'all can hear me because my computer wasn't working at first. Like I said, even if it's just one Y from somebody, that's all I need. Okay, thank you, Jay. All right, so what I did, and the reason it took me a little bit longer, you guys, is because he actually wanted me to bring out this tarot. And it's actually not a tarot, it's an oracle deck. And the thing is, I don't really use it that much. So I brought the book with me just in case he brings out a card that I'm not familiar with. But I'm not really sure. Like I said, this is the Psychic Tarot. It's a little bit different. It's kind of like tarot, but it's just you got the fertility card, but then you got other things that are not with obstacles and challenges. So I'm going to do a reading on him, a basic reading, and then I'm going to do a reading with oracle cards. And then we're going to do angel answers. Like I said, we'll start with the Keep Calm and Trust God book like we've been doing. So we're going to go ahead on the page, pick it. The Lord directs the steps of the godly. He delights in every detail of their lives. So, again, you can take that however you want to, towards this. Like I said, we haven't started yet. So, again, we can do another quote when we end, and we'll see where that takes us. But, again, like I said, I'm going to pull his picture back up because, again, I pick up energy off of pictures. So, I do also want to read something to you, too, that because there's nothing really out there on him being missing. I couldn't find even, a news clip for, on YouTube for 2 minutes about it. So basically, this is a statement, I guess, that was made by his family. It says, Ayden Bevers left his home in Thistle Hill Estates off of Ryan Road at 8 a.m. on February 10th and has not been seen or heard from since. According to a Facebook post by his family, Bevers has no phone and has disabled all of his social media and gaming accounts. So we don't know if he has stayed local or if he took off with someone that he met through an online gaming site. He was last seen wearing a gray Nike zip-up hoodie, a T-shirt, jeans, a silver chain, a white Nike cap, and that's what the post stated. So basically, and there is no missing persons out for him, and he's been gone for a week. And this is the last picture I saw of him. This was the last picture the family posted of him, and this was a little bit before he went missing. And I do have to say, I kind of feel playing in the dark and light energy when I'm looking at the picture. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm just saying I'm picking up the energy off the picture. It seems like maybe there was other things on his mind around the time that he went missing. So we're gonna go ahead and do is now again, this is a dry reading basically because I could not find anything on him besides what I just read to y'all in his flyer. Like I said, there's nothing as far as I could find on YouTube about him other than stuff that included gaming. So we're going to go ahead and start with this one. We're going to do a normal spread first. We're going to ask him what happened the months and days leading up to his disappearance, because I do think he planned it. So I don't think it was planned out for a year or more, but I do think it was at least a few months and maybe weeks or days before it happened. So I'm going to ask him from there. Could he explain to me where he went from there? We're going to be calling upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Samuel, Archangel Gabriel, like I said, and all of Source, spirit guides, and all this good. We want to send positive vibes and wishes to his family. Like I said, because again, he has been missing for a week, and so I'm sure they would love to have their loved one home. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and cut the deck, and then we're going to get started and see what he has to say. I'm asking about his past, his recent past, his present, and his future, where he is currently. But like I said, I do have to say, it reminds me of the Allison's energy. Very in and out. But I'm not saying, again, I'm only going off my intuition and what I'm feeling. Because even the reading that I did for Faye that night, it was very in and out. And then we found out the next morning, it was kind of like things were kind of in motion at that moment. So that's why I think it was a very staticky reading at some points, because I even remember saying that the cards were kind of like all over the place. Like they weren't really matching up. And I kind of think that was his energy. So we're going to ask Ayden what was going on the days, weeks, and months leading up to his disappearance. He gave out 2 cards. Yeah, he said there were secrets, and he was basically going to walk away from those secrets with the 8 of Cups. So yes, he did plan to leave, is what he's saying. That's it. Like I said, this is his energy or his spirit's guides coming in, giving me advice. Like I said, I want to welcome everybody to come into the room. Like I said, we have about 20 or so people in the room, and we have 14 likes. So we give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. I'm also going to be ending or having a special after questions, depending on how long, because like I said, I'm just going to be doing this reading. But if y'all are still interested in, having me answer any general questions, I'm still going to be running the one general questions. It's a 3-card spread with a 3 clarifying card, and then it's for 555. So I did add that in there with the Panglies again, if y'all want to do that at the end of this reading once we discuss everything. But again, in his recent past, he had the Moon and the 8 of Cups. So he felt like he wanted to put down a burden with the 10 of Wands. So he felt to do so, he had to avoid, the secrets and, the walking away. He was going to go ahead and put that burden down and make a decision to do something. So what is that decision he decided to make? He decided to start a whole new cycle. So yes, I do believe he walked away on his own. I think that's why there's no missing persons out on him. He's been gone for a week, and he's only 16. So there should be. But there's not. So, and the parents and family and friends did say he was acting out of character before he went missing. So let's see what happened for the day he went missing. I'm going to take these 3 cards because they literally did come out together. But you basically have the 3 of Pentacles, which means he was working as, usually it's like a well-oiled type of machine. But it also is carrying the 3 of, the 3 of Pentacles is carrying the Devil energy. And the 3rd card that came out is the Chariot. So it's almost like working with some other people that were convincing him that this was a great idea. And when he went ahead and went forward with that idea, the day that he disappeared. So let's see why he chose to do that. Because somebody in the King of Swords energy, I did not find his birthday, but this is a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but they're very good with their words, and they're very good at kind of manipulating your mind. So that's kind of what I'm getting. Maybe this person, because they're looking at the card. So it's almost like they gave him that offer, is what I feel like the King of Swords did. And maybe even a woman was included, and maybe that's because he was a very handsome man. Well, he wasn't a man, but he looked like he was basically, like I said, he was almost 6 foot, and stuff like that. So I don't, again, I've never seen him in person, but from the picture that I saw, he didn't look like he was 16 in the most recent pictures. He did look young, but he could probably pass for early 20s, or something like that. But maybe the King of Swords and the Empress worked together to bring him with them, is how I'm feeling. And let's see where he is right now and how he's feeling. He's working hard to get out of this reverse fake like Ace of Cups offer that they gave him. And he's trying really hard in the sense of that he's using the Knight of Wands energy, which is a very harsh, fast energy. So he is defending himself greatly wherever he is right now. He's not putting up with it. He's trying to I think at first he thought it was a good idea. Whatever was the idea, like I said, I have to use the clarifying cards and then this deck that he asked me to use. But I'm only going to pull a few cards from it, which is the Psychic Tarot deck or the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. But let me see. Why is the Ace of Cups and everything in reverse for you? He's basically saying he's feeling like he has to surrender for some reason. So as I said, and to me, it makes me feel like there's two people. So I just feel like he feels like he's overpowered is all. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a woman or both, a man and woman. It could be the same, like both two women or two men. But either way, like I said, I'm taking on that it is a man and woman. It is both energies. So this, again, because this is a Taurus card. This represents Taurus, the Empress. So, and now you have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, and that is the Earth sign again. So it's in reverse. And so basically they're rejoicing in what they're doing right now. They know what they're doing is wrong. They're playing with this person's mind. They're being harsh. They're being a little manipulative to him. They're not being, friendly whatsoever, but they're enjoying it. And so that shows you that they're a little bit twisted. Not a little bit, more than twisted, because nobody does anything like that, general, period. So let's go ahead and clarify. I'm going to get ready to shuffle the next deck. Do y'all have any questions so far? And then I want to welcome everybody who's coming in the room. If you can give it a thumbs up. Like I said, we have almost 30 people in the room, but only 16 likes. So if y'all can give it a thumbs up, we are trying to help find Ayden Bevers. He's been missing for a week. He's 16 years old. Like I said, he went missing from Denton, Texas. Like I said, so it would be great if y'all can, like I said, nothing has been reported on him whatsoever. So, I looked up numerous things on him on YouTube and I could find nothing whatsoever about this child. So we're calling upon Archangel Samuel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael. Like I said, I agree. I apologize greatly that I suck at speaking. Yes, and thank you. Like I said, and if the mods who still have my links from yesterday, if y'all don't mind dropping them randomly and letting them know that we do have a 5-5 deal going on at the end of this, if they're still interested, like I said, they will get a 3-card spread with 3 clarifying cards and 1 oracle card for 5-5-5. So if y'all have any questions, it doesn't matter if it's about love, work, it's anything you want to ask. Like I said, I'm just going to be doing it towards the end because I did take it easy today because the last few days it was a lot, but I did get a few requests through email, people who still were interested in it. So, I just wanted to give y'all the offer again to have it really, really cheap again tonight. Again, because you're getting a 7-card spread for $5.55. So that's not a bad deal. Like I said, and I do prefer for y'all to use the PayPal link and the Venmo link and the Cash App. That way I can keep y'all in order towards the end if y'all are interested. And it doesn't get messed up, like I said. And then YouTube has their own regulations, and so it doesn't really go towards our channel. It goes more towards YouTube. So the Cash App is something that I tried to disable, but it would not let me. So we're going to go ahead and clarify this. So he had the Moon and the 8 of Cups. It's at the very top, Jay. I made it before the chat even started. So if you want to scroll up all the way to the very top, everything's up there. If you don't mind, Jay, I would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, the Moon is here and the 8 of Cups. So basically, if it was upright, he went in and made the decision, but he went in slowly. He still went in and made a harsh decision and harsh action. But for a quick thinking one and a not so immature, but still not mature thought process. So, but he felt it was going to put down the 10 of Wands for him. Let's see why. Why do you think that was going to... He's got 2 cards again. He's got a lot to say. He thought if he did so that he would be able to harvest things for himself and build things on his own. Because again, the harvest is like planting seeds for yourself and then building abundance and lifestyle and happiness for yourself and your family. So, you have the Death card and you have the Hangman in reverse, which means whenever they decided for him, or whenever he decided that he was going to take this offer, it was out of the ordinary for him. He would normally not take this offer. So something happened, or something they said made him feel that he rather needed to take it, or that it would be a great opportunity. So we have the Three of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Chariot for the day that he went missing. Let's see why the Three of Pentacles is here, because the Knight of Pentacles is here. So yeah, 3 of the people he was working with, one of them was crooked. So one of them was actually coming with the offers a little bit slow, but I don't feel like it's a good offer. So let's see why the Devil is here. Because of the Three of Pentacles. Again. So yeah, the Three of Pentacles is here for the Three of Pentacles. So whoever he was working with had no good intentions. And the Chariot, when they took him on the Chariot, this card flipped for the Chariot. It's the Star in reverse. And to me, the Star is like life. So they were not taking his life into consideration when they just went ahead and made him this offer and he accepted it. Now, who is the King of Swords and why is he here? And why did you go ahead and take that offer? He's got a lot of cards. That's too many, sweetie. Just one, please, if you don't mind. I can't. It's hard for me to decipher 5 cards. If you can just give me 1 or 2, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, he's saying this King of Swords flipped his home upside down. And so now it's not happy no more because of them. And he has actually got his, like in this, I'm showing it to you. It looks like he's looking at it. No, actually, yeah, it's right. It's showing it right. He's not looking at the fact that he's destroyed this happy home. So he doesn't give a crap. So he's only wanting to benefit himself and the Empress. So let's do the Empress because I feel like she's shady too. Yeah, she's coming in with she's the one that gave the offer. So she lured him in basically with her beauty and her age or whatever he thought or whatever he was attracted to. So next we have the Ace of Cups in reverse with the 8 of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So this is what he currently feels. So he feels that he has no emotions being given right now. And let's see why. Hold on. Let's flip back around. Okay, so why is the Ace of Cups here for you and how you feel now? He's feeling 9 of Cups. He's feeling he isn't having no victory and that basically they're rejoicing on the way they are treating him and he is pissed off about it. And that's what I hear. He's telling me he's pissed about it and that people aren't looking for him. He thinks that it's totally disgraceful that he's 16 years old. And I'm only repeating what he's telling me, to be honest. Like I said, I could not find nothing on the kid except for the articles that I read, y'all. Like I said, there was a couple articles they have, but they really did not have anything in them. And there was no actual news clip. But he is very upset, but that nobody's taking it more serious because he wants to be found. I think at this point. I think whatever he originally went for, he's over it and he just wants to be found. Yeah. With the 8 of Pentacles, he wants 2 things to happen. He wants people to look for him and he wants to be found and he wants to be looked for. There's the world. So he's still showing you he's still within the earthly realm, but nobody's looking. So he wants people to start making the action and using the wands to look for him. So we also have the Knight of Wands. So that's coming in quick with a fast energy. And so that's what he's trying to do. And the reason he's doing that is because he's showing you again, there is a King of Cups energy who does not care about his emotions. They only care about what they have and not him. So that's why they are not focused on him. They're focused on what they want. So that is going to be the cards for that. And then next is going to be the 9 of Wands and then the 3 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, or the 3 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And then we'll do the Oracle deck for him. So let's see why the 9 of Wands is here for him. Hold on 1 second. It fell across the room. Because somebody came in with a very harsh communication and he feels like whether he wants the communication to come out or he feel like it will soon. And that will maybe bring the Queen of Pentacles out of this energy and make her rejoice. I don't know. Let's clarify it and see for sure. And then we'll use the Oracle cards and see what else he has to say. Like I said, I want to thank y'all all for being a part of the chat. If y'all can give it a thumbs up as y'all come, I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, the Queen of Swords is going to be come in to be off with, like, I guess the Queen of Pentacles bullshit, and which could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, and the Queen of Swords is Aries, or not. I'm sorry, not Aries, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So it looks like there's 2 different women involved towards the end. So this is more like there's about 4 people involved here, is what I'm seeing. And they're going to take, like I said, and then once she does this and takes the Queen of Pentacles out, she rejoices. And so I feel like I said, I feel like he's still within this realm, to be honest, or if he's very in and out. Like I said, it's the same feeling I got from Angelina. Like I said, I'm about to start the Oracle decks. Do y'all have any questions? Yeah, me too, Jay. Like half the time I even miss it. Like I miss jokes and everything. I have to rewatch them every morning. Oh, you can slow your own speed down. Okay. That is, like I said, does anybody have any questions before I move on to the Oracle deck that he wants me to show you? And I said, like, again, this is not an Oracle deck I use very often. So if I'm not familiar with the picture itself, I will use the direct quote from the book. Like I said, because he asked me to use this deck, and the reason I think he asked me to was because it is a psychic deck, and he is not, I don't feel that he is completely without of this realm. Okay, so I'm guessing it's okay because nobody's responding about if they're okay with me moving on. So I'm going to go ahead and thank you, Miss Texas, though. Yes, I agree. I don't think he's close to home. I don't think he's super far, but I think he's not close as, like, I don't know where they found Allison at. I'd say maybe a city over. So we're going to go ahead and use the Psychic Oracle. I'm going to kind of lay out a few cards and see if I can pick up any energy off of it. If I can't, I'll use my Oracle or my regular tarot deck to help me clarify some. But usually they kind of tell their own story. Again, I have used this deck before, just not very often. Yes, I do feel him. I don't feel him strong like I did with other people who have passed. I don't. I do feel he's very dazed and in and out. So that's what makes me feel like whether he's being drugged or he's just not wanting, not understanding how to get out of him. Not understanding how to get out of him. Not understanding how to get out of the situation. I'm sorry. That didn't make any sense. So we're going to go ahead and start laying out some Oracle cards and see what they tell us. So, what does he want? What do you want us to know about your situation, Ayden? Can you show us anything with these Oracle cards? All right. I'm going to let a few fall out before I actually do. There's one, so I'm going to let like 3 or 4 more fall out before I finally stop. So there's 1, 2, all right, that's 4. So, and then y'all, I would appreciate. Oh, actually, he snuck one in, so there's 5. And again, he thinks it's funny that he snuck one in. As I don't know his sense of humor, but he thinks it's funny that he got one in on me. Again, I'm not familiar with some of the, but basically he is saying that he got your stand your ground card. So he is trying to stand his ground, but right now it's in reverse. So he's having a hard time doing that. And it's next to the accelerated motion. So he's saying that's in reverse too. So he's having a hard time standing his ground because the motion has slowed down. He is feeling that he is suffering in silence and that he is waiting for a material harvest, or they are waiting for a material harvest to come in. And he wants everybody to focus on their solar plexus. And actually, no, I don't need the book for that because I actually know what all that means. So if you want to look up solar plexus, if you aren't familiar with it, it'll give you more insight on what the solar plexus does. Now, I'm going to pull a few angel oracles for him, and then that will be the reading that we're going to get for Ayden. Like I said, I do not feel him strongly. I do still feel he is in this realm. I just think that he is having a hard time finding his way back, if that makes sense. So, to home. So, or they won't let him go home. I'm not sure yet, but the time is definitely a factor again. So, I do think that they need to try their best to find him. I understand he has no phone. I understand he shut everything off, but you have to realize that is premeditated, because no 16-year-old takes off without their phone and shuts off every social media account whenever that's all they do is use social media. So, again, as y'all are coming into the room, if you give it a thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it. It's showing almost 35 in the room and only about 21 likes. So if y'all could go ahead and give it a thumbs up to try to bring in more positive energy that will help us find Ayden, I greatly appreciate it. And I'm sure it's, I would hope, like I said, I'm doing this, because like I said, I do not understand why nobody has not covered this case yet. This kid has been missing for a week and he is a child. So, like I said, there's no articles on it. There's nothing on it. It makes no sense to me. Again, what is wrong with I don't even want to say what's wrong with the children, because there's nothing wrong with the children. It's what they're doing with our children and who's doing it. That's what I want to know. So let's get some answers about that. I'm going to let him give me as many of the cards as he wants. So that's 1, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, he gave me 7 cards about. So again, they might not all match up at the moment. I'm going to try to put them in order because they all did fly out independently. So let me try to see what all I got in front of me, and then I will put them together in order for you. Yeah, I do think he'll be found. He's saying there's something better from where he is right now. And meditation will help all of us to bring answers to where he is. So the more people who meditate on him, the more people who try to pick up his energy, he's saying there'll be more of an opportunity and more of like a success when that happens, and it'll come in perfect timing. So he's saying it will come in perfect timing with yes, and then just trust itself. So he's saying yes, I do feel that he will be found alive. That's my gut instinct. I don't. Again, this is for entertainment purpose only. I do read off of tarot cards, but I use the tarot cards with my intuition. So I do feel like he did go somewhere. But I feel like at some point he probably will go ahead and decide to walk away from the situation. So yeah, tarot just kind of helps you almost reconfirm unlabeled what your gut instincts are. Does anybody have any questions about the spreads? Because I pretty much did a whole regular spread, the psychic oracle, and I did the angel oracle. So that's about the only. I did four decks. So, and like I said, like again, I'm not picking up anything super negative. I'm really not. I mean, besides the fact that he wants to, he's seeming to want to go, but for whatever reason, they're not letting him. Yeah, I mean, that's why everybody's here, is to grow their intuition and all that kind of stuff. So, but like I said, does anybody, he can't leave on his own? Yeah, I can. I hope he's still alive, as you say, but what he may be going through could be very sad and harsh. I agree, Ace B. That's what I'm saying. I feel like time is a factor, and they do need to start moving a little bit quicker. And I understand. I don't actually understand because I see no news articles on him or nothing. So we're going to go ahead and pick out one more quote, actually, since the reading is over. I want to do it in a way where it flips the pages better. There we go. If you listen to me, you will be safe and secure without fear and disaster. Proverb 1:3. So that's what he is saying for the end of his reading. So to me, he's basically saying, if you listen to me, everything will be all right. So, and he just basically told you what was going on with his spread. So I think that's pretty fitting to what we got in our spread. So, again, like I said, if y'all have any other questions about Ayden, like I said, I'm not gonna, like I said, he seemed to answer them pretty well through his spread. So I don't want to go ahead and channel through him again because, like I said, again, I do not feel he has passed, so his energy is very light. But again, I will be more than happy. If, like I said, if y'all are interested in the one question for 555 again, like I said, I will give you a 6-card spread and oracle if y'all want to go ahead and do that for the last like 30 minutes or so, 40 minutes or so, because this is about 30 minutes, about how normally long it takes me to do a reading. But I normally go live for about almost 2 hours. So I did want to offer that to you if you still were interested in the spirit guide, Mercury, or just a general question. 555 for all of them. Like I said, you would use the Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. And like I said, and then I will write y'all's stuff down. Yeah, that's why I think he shut him down, Jay, because he doesn't want them to see who he was talking to. I do feel it's a man and woman involved, though. It reminds me of like a woman who just uses her beauty to drag innocent young children in. Cash App, it's just a new app. I actually just found it yesterday. But like I said, I have PayPal. The reason I don't like Super Chat is because it doesn't contribute to our channel the way that I would prefer it to. It contributes more to the people running the site, if that makes sense. And they take more of the things, so that it doesn't really go to buying more crystals or things like we would want. And I'm just being honest, like, that's why I prefer to use it, because I feel like when y'all make y'all's donations, y'all want to be able to buy more things like raw emeralds and things like that help us channel, and more stones like that. Like I said, so I want to make sure I can do that sooner for y'all with the best possibility. Like I said, I want to go to my store and be able to get numerous crystals, even new decks to like introduce you to, and tell you, maybe we can review them and see if some of y'all like them. I have a lot on my wish list for Amazon. Like I said, you can go through there just to look at it. Like, there's one comment coming out. Miss Texas knows the name. Oh yeah, some lady tried to basically kidnap a lady's baby in Colorado Springs, Colorado again, with her 16-year-old daughter. She's charged. They try to give her a cupcake and steal her baby, but luckily that nothing happened, and she was able to go ahead and she was able to go ahead and get free with her baby. So luckily nothing happened to either one of them. So yes, that's the Cash App one. Like I said, it's actually really easy to use from what I understand. You just type in that name that Miss Texas just dropped, and it's supposed to automatically take you to it. And then they also have my links, and they will drop those for you to PayPal and Venmo. And all you got to do is click on them, and it takes you straight to it. So, like I said, it's just, it's just an offer. Like I said, I've been doing the Mercury retrograde layout, and I've been doing, the spirit guide, and now like I said, I also do just general questions. It could be a love question, it could be a question about anything, whatever you want to ask. I'll go ahead and do that spread for you. Like I said, you'll get 3 cards, 3 clarifying cards. Basically, you're gonna get 7 cards with everyone, pretty much, except for one. I think one has 8. So and that's the spirit guide one, I want to say. So you have a spirit guide when you're born at Dining Gypsy. Your spirit guides are assigned to you before you ever come here. Your spirit guides are the ones that like, whenever you get that gut feeling of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that, that's your spirit guide. So whenever we go into Mercury retrograde, you want to get in touch with well, you always want to be in touch with your spirit guides, but when you're going through Mercury retrograde and things that are a little bit more harsh, you kind of want to know, like I said, they're basically blueprints. That's what I said. You can have a general reading that'll kind of tell you what's coming up. You can have your spirit guides tell you which advice to take and what outcome will happen if you take that. Or you can have the Mercury retrograde, which is going to warn you what's going to happen within the next 3 to 4 weeks. Again, all of them at this moment are $5.55. Like I said, I just prefer, like I said, I don't like Super Chat because I don't think it's fair to our channel. So I prefer, like I said, I do prefer to use Cash App, Venmo, and that way I can keep track of everybody a lot better. like I said, and I know, like I said, I do have some private ones that I will be taking care of tomorrow, Paula, and then there's one other. And then I think I might do Prisma Reyes tomorrow because I meant to do her tonight. But once I saw this one on Ayden, I believe Ayden, yes, Ayden, Bevers, I wanted to go ahead and get it out because I saw that nobody else was covering it. And it's he's a 16-year-old boy. My son's 12, almost 13. So I mean, he's helpless. He's not even an adult, So I felt like it was very important to go ahead and touch on it. So or is anybody going to be interested in any of those spreads tonight? I'm just curious. I said, I know I have Paula for tomorrow, and then I have another private reading. That is a shame. There's no medium. I said, and I'll be offering the spirit guide thing again next Saturday for 555. But this one, like I said, I will do any 3 spreads for 555. So I said, but again, I just want to know if y'all are interested in that tonight or not, or if y'all want to talk about something else or what. Like I said, because I do have to record 3 videos tomorrow, so that's a lot of channeling I will have to do. Like I said, but I would like to, if y'all are interested in it, like I said, I would like to help y'all with those readings because I know some people are asking about them and we didn't get to it yet. Cell phone, no. What do you mean? I use the Archangel Oracle for that, and that's usually going to be some of your spirit guides. But as far as like finding out their direct names, you would have to go to somebody and who specializes in spirit guides. I don't specialize just in spirit guides. I can specialize in what your spirit guide is telling you. And I can pull a card for you of who your spirit guide, one of them will more likely be. But to find, you have about like 3 to 6 of them. That's what I'm saying. Like you would actually have to go to probably an astrologer maybe, or somebody who knows more about spirit guides. Like I said, I know Miss Texas knows about spirit guides. So yes, thank you, Miss Texas. It disappears and there's no proof of receipts. And I don't like that because I like for it to be able to be covered on both sides for us. Like, so that way y'all can have y'all's transaction receipt and I can have the transaction receipt. So I make sure everything is legit for us on both sides. So that's the main reason I'm doing that too. And yes, and super chat was distracting. Thank you, Jay. Like it would take up a big part of the chat and then I would have to go back through it and then it would disappear. So that's what I'm saying. Like it was a lot easier just to get notifications on the phone than what it was to try to follow through super chat, especially because some people were using Venmo and PayPal anyways. So I had to like kind of add them and then it got out of order. So it's a lot easier just to use Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App because they all give their notifications at the same time, like as soon as it hits. So then I can automatically, like last night, what took me 3 hours tonight to try to put an order only took me an hour last night to put an order. So that's the difference between using Super Chat and just using regular apps. So, and again, like I said, I tried to disable Super Chat, but it won't let me now. So, yeah. And besides, they use PayPal anyways. And then they split it between Google and YouTube pretty much. And then like whatever's left over is yours, so it's kind of like, I don't know. It's a little bit weird, but a 3x3 reading, is, I mean, it's basically a 9-card reading, a 3x3, but, when I'm explaining a 3x3, it's your 3 main cards and then your 3 clarifying cards and then your oracle cards. So you get 7 cards for $5.55. So, and that's whatever. And then the spirit guides, I want to say, are 4. So you'll get 8 cards and a clarifying card. I think last night it was 6. So yeah. So basically, I mean, you're paying less than $1 a card, so, and then you're getting advice from your spirit guides, you're getting advice for your Mercury retrograde, or you're getting able to have a question answered. So it's whatever you want to do. I said we can always do that another time. Oh, they take 40%, Jay. That's what I'm saying. They take 40%. So that's why I'm saying I don't think it's fair to the people in the group, because I don't think they know that. I don't think that and I don't know, I might get striked for this in my video demonetized, but yeah, I'm not happy that they take y'all's money and basically take half of it, because I don't think that that's fair, because y'all are contributing to the channel so that we can buy more things like crystals and tarot cards, and I don't think that that's fair to y'all. So yeah, that is robbery, because like I said, I sat there for 3 hours and they basically took half my money that night. Which I said is not the problem. It's just, it's not fair to y'all. Because like I said, again, y'all are going into super chat, oh, this money is going to this channel, and they're taking more than half of it and splitting it between themselves and giving you what's left. So I just don't think that's fair to y'all or the channel. So that's the only reason I went ahead and stopped using. I prefer, like I said, it has nothing to do with anything else other than I don't think it's fair to y'all or me. And then it gives us transaction receipts, so that way we have each other's emails, we have whatever we need in case we want to get in contact with each other in the future, or if you want to do a reading in the future, you already have that information, because it'll already be saved into your history, so it'll be easy for y'all to find. But yeah, they take half pretty much. They tell you 30 to 40%, but it's half about when it comes out, like after, I guess, taxes. Like I said, it doesn't really matter, like I said, but it's just, I just, like I said, I think it's kind of lying to the people who are using super chat in a way. So that's why I kind of I don't think that that's fair. Yeah, you do use PayPal, and I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who's been using those apps for me and switched over. I guess it's been a lot easier for me to keep track of y'all, keep everything in order, make sure that everything stays fair. So again, I greatly appreciate that. Hi, Fuentes. You would cash at me. That's what I said. It's like a $sign, and then it's like Meg Sue 1986, and then it'll come through as a notification on my phone if you have a question or you want to do any of those spreads. But I also do them privately too, so you can email me. I mean, after this ends, the 555 will end. But next weekend and the next weekend after, I'll be doing the spirit guide one again, because I know a lot of people take interest into that one. And I know people were waiting kind of in line, but I had just been on it for 3 hours and I couldn't keep going. So is there any questions y'all have, or did anybody want to ask anything or do some spreads, or do y'all want to go ahead and sign out? What do y'all want to do? I'm just curious. I see everybody's coming in and saying hello. I just don't want to bore anybody, I guess, because we did the reading for him, which went, like I said, it hit about 30 minutes. Identical twins. I mean, I think that they're probably brothers and sisters in past lives. But besides that, I don't really know much about twins. My friend has twins. I mean, she comes from a family of a lot of twins. Yeah, I mean, the Mercury retrograde is just, watching, it's kind of watching your words, like, I mean, not signing any documents, not taking on anything seriously, because usually it gets messed up. So you don't really want to do that. Mercury, like I said, the Mercury retrograde is to teach you something, and it's usually to teach you something about your communication skills, or teach you about maybe somebody else's communication skills around you that you don't need to deal with anymore. Like, again, like, it could be work, it could be love, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be any of those things. So basically, they're teaching you how to handle it, and they're teaching you how to deal with certain situations and certain people, and how to do it in a well-spoken manner, if that makes sense. That's kind of what retrograde is to me. That's cool, Lady D. Is it more accurate reading to use reversals of the cards, or does it matter? The cards I just bought don't apply reversals. I'm just wondering. Some decks actually will tell you that they don't they don't include reversals in their decks. But honestly, for me, sometimes I'll have my spirit guide and a card will end a certain way. Like I said, they can say whatever they want to say about it. But like I said, I'll have a card and my spirit guide will direct, like, just say 2 cards fall out and my spirit guide, say one's flipped over and one's not. My spirit guide will tell me which card to take and which one to not. So that's kind of how I do that, to be honest. But with the reversals, yes, I do believe in reversals. A lot of tarot readers say they don't, but again, even in the decks that they say they don't believe in it, I believe in it because, again, it's showing you that it's backwards. It's not the way it should be. But again, that's every tarot reader's preference. Like I said, I know some people like to read no reversals, or if they get a certain amount of reversals or uprights, they flip them around. I used to watch that a lot. I don't get to watch other tarot readers as much right now, but I want to say, I can't even remember their names. I don't think Tyler Tarot does reversals. I'm not sure. I was watching him for a while, but I know he's been on tour and stuff. So, but yeah, it just depends on the reader. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some creators write their decks to not be used as reversal decks. But like I said, I have used a deck one time as a reversal one, and I don't remember which one it was. Maybe it is this one. And that's why I have a hard time connecting to it, because I like reversals. The Tattoo Coin Tarot deck. I don't, or the 8 coin Tattoo Tarot deck. I love the artwork because it's beautiful, and I love tattoos. I have a bunch of them. But the thing is that it's beautiful artwork, but at the same time, it's like I don't connect as much with some of the artwork as I do with Gilded Tarot. I feel like it kind of, like, if you look at Gilded Tarot, there's like hint in the cards. I'm trying to find something. Was a hint? But again, of course, I can't find it at the moment. But either way, I do like the Tattoo Tarot, but only if I'm told to use it. Because again, it's a beautiful deck. Again, I think this is the Empress. Yeah, this is the Empress. So she's fertile. She has her hand on her belly. So yeah, it just depends. Like I said, I want to say this deck, though, you're not supposed to reverse. Yeah. So I don't know, though. But yeah, you got to kind of look at the surroundings, because and some of the cards in the corners, they'll have things, or like even a sword or a pentacle or something hiding that you didn't see, and that'll kind of let you know that those signs are involved, or that they might be part of your reading. So or like, even when I asked Allison where was Allison's boots, the world came out and the girl had no shoes on, and she had no shoes on. She was wearing her boyfriend's shoes, and when he was found, he was wearing shoes. So what happened to her shoes? So yeah, when the world card came out, it showed that the person was wearing no shoes. So yeah, she was missing her shoes. And again, never heard nothing about Allison again. So oh girl, that took forever, Jay. That's like that's 4 years of like watching other people and teaching myself. But again, like, after a while, you pick up on things. Like I said, I can take, let me see. I'm trying to find 2 like kind of stressful different cards. Okay, for example, the Magician, upright. They are manifesting something great. Like I said, this is earth sign, so you would know what I'm talking about, Jay. But when it's turned around, we know that we can like manipulate shit the way that we want it to be manipulated, to kind of screw the other person over because they deserve it. So I'm not saying that's right, but I'm saying if they're effing with us bad enough, we'll make sure that they get it back in return by using the Magician energy that we carry. Again, like I said, let me think of other 2 cards. Like I said, Okay, so say example, I do a murder or missing persons victim. This is gonna come out. I felt like for Shanann, I felt more anxiety and panic than what I did for. I want to say Heidi had a little bit of that, but not as much. It was more like she didn't really understand what was going on and how quick it went. I think Shanann unfortunately had to go through it a little bit longer. So that's why I think I felt more stress and anxiety when I was in her energy. Like the Five of Pentacles, that somebody could be coming out of the cold with your family, your friends, or whatever. But to me, it can also mean coming out of cold in your work, coming out of cold with money, coming out of cold with that. It just depends on what card comes out next to it. So, yeah, that's kind of how your cards kind of speak to you after a while, if that makes sense. It's like a book that changes for each person, and your own intuition and guides. I said, even if you have to put your hand on your card, I suggest that. Like I had to do that for a while when I first started learning. I had to put my hands on my card because I could pick up energy by touching it, just like I do pictures by staring at pictures. So let me see what everybody has said. You're welcome, unlabeled. Yeah, I know. I still don't understand what happened with that and why it just got kind of completely shut down. So, yeah, I agree with Allison's. Yeah, you can pick up energy off of your cards, the goddess, by putting your hands on them. If you can't decipher whether they're trying to tell you the severity of the situation, if you put your hand on the card, a lot of times it does tell you. So sorry, my leg itches. That's why I'm all up in y'all's faces. My bad. So we are getting at 52 minutes. So if anybody's interested in doing any of those deals at this moment, again, this is going to be the only time I offer them on a live for 555 tonight. The next time I offer these again will be Saturday for the 555. Like I said, so and then if you want to have it in between, I have it in my about section if y'all do want to have a private reading. Like I said, I'll be working on private readings tomorrow, and I believe Prisma Reyes, because I went ahead and covered this case tonight because I felt it needed to be covered. Like I said, I hadn't heard anything about it, and I don't understand why. Because again, I'm in Texas, and I don't understand why a 16-year-old boy basically disappearing for a week is not being reported. Pretty video. So does anybody have any questions before I sign out, I guess? I mean, it doesn't seem, like I said, y'all can email me if y'all want to do a personal reading instead of having it on here. Like I said, today is what, Monday? So again, I'll run the special for 24 hours starting now at 10 o'clock. So basically tomorrow at 12 o'clock, well, I say 24 hours, but 26 hours. So basically tomorrow you have till 12 o'clock to pick between those three readings, the goddess, or not the goddess, I'm sorry, the spirit guide guidance layout, or the I'm having a brain fart right now. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit tired. But basically the three spreads we did over the weekend. Mercury retrograde, your spirit guide, and then if you have just a general question, like I said, for the next 26 hours, you are allowed to email me and ask me that question for 555. Like I said, after that, it'll go back to regular prices until next Saturday, and then I'll do the special again on Saturday night. So my nails black. I actually was going to do it today because they were chipping, because it was going to match my shirt, but I just kind of ran out of time. Yes, that's the one I'm waiting for, the Gilded Tarot Royale. Thank you. Yeah, I was going to paint them black today, actually, and I just didn't get a chance to because I was running behind, so I was like, damn. But all right, so like I said, we're almost hitting about an hour. I don't see anybody having any questions, so that's fine with me. Like I said, if y'all want to email me and catch up with me, I'm doing private readings tomorrow. So if you are interested in having this, if you could email me tomorrow, like I said, I would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, it'll run till 12 p.m. or 12 midnight tomorrow. So like I said, it'll be the 3 readings for 555 each. Like I said, whichever one you choose. And I will upload it in the private reading section with the code, just like I've done for everybody else. So again, I want to thank y'all for joining me. Hold on, I think I missed something. Did you reword your question again, Nikki? I'm sorry. Are you asking, or are you just like, because you said or health, but then you said he had passed, so I didn't know if you knew how he passed. Okay, so like I said, if you want to talk about it, Nikki, like I said, my email is in my about section, like I said, and then I will put it in here one more time before I sign out. That is my email. If anybody wants to email me within the next 24 hours and let me know if they want to do any of the 3 readings, like I said, the Mercury retrograde, the spirit guide, or just one general question for 555 within the next 24 hours. Again, it will not go back to 555 until Saturday when we do. That'll be, again, nothing but spirit guides, Mercury retrograde, and general questions on Saturday. So that's what we're going to be doing Saturday. Unless something extremely breaks that we need to touch on. I haven't got a notification yet. Let me check if there is one. Yeah, I don't have anything yet. Sorry, y'all. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything before I sign out. Is it because my eyes are kind of getting dry? So, yeah. So, yeah, good night, everyone. Like I said, I want to thank y'all for joining us for this reading. Hopefully, it gets out more, like I said, because I don't understand why nobody's covered it in over a week, really. Again, I'm not feeling his energy super strong. So again, as we get ready to sign out, I think we read out of the book twice already. Unless y'all want to read out of it again, I will. But yeah. So I want to thank everybody for joining me. Like I said, I hope y'all have a good night. Like I said, I greatly appreciate y'all for being here and being part of the Southern Soul Tarot fam. Like I said, if y'all have any questions, I dropped my email in the comment section for y'all. And like I said, and again, you will have for the next 24 hours, a choice of any 3 readings, including your spirit guide, Mercury retrograde, or one general question for 555. Then it will cease at 12 midnight tomorrow, and it will come. I will do it one more time for the next 2 Saturdays, and you will be able to pick whichever one it is that you want to have a reading on. So, again, like I said, I want to thank y'all. I love you, Southern Soul Tarot fam. Y'all have a great night. Yes, Universal sounds like tarot too. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, everybody, for putting this stuff into the comment box for me. I want to thank everybody who's here. I want to thank all the mods for making sure the room is running smoothly. I greatly appreciate you all. I love you all. And like I said, if y'all have any questions, most of y'all, I said, like my emails in my about section, and the people who have my number, like I said, y'all are more than welcome to text me or call me whenever y'all need. So y'all have a good night. I will see y'all tomorrow. And again, thank you for being part of the chat. Love you guys, and y'all take care.